guys, welcome back to another ARK video. In today's video, I'm just going to be showing some base locations and rat holes that are pretty nice. And they're not bad to build in. I've built in a few myself, and yeah, so let's get into it. So first on the list is this little rat hole. I'd say it's pretty contested. I've definitely seen a decent amount of people build here. It's close to the underworld, and it's right along the beach. The coordinates are 33, 58. But yeah, so I would definitely build a tower out here and a shanty as quick as you could. I'd say this is good for a 3-man. But to get in, you just crouch. I wouldn't really put a wall in here because that's going to take up a lot of space. But you could easily have maybe 2 or 3 floors depending on how big you want it. But it's really not bad. For breeding wise, maybe some dodos. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you might be able to do a few things. You could throw some rhinos here maybe, stegos, but it will take up a lot of room. So just be cautious of that. Your best bet would probably to be build a shanty and a few towers out here and just do a little bit of breeding out here, although people could fabby your dinos from a distance. So I'd probably keep them cryoed unless you're just breeding. But that's completely up to you. You guys do what you want to do with that. But yeah. So the second spot here on my list is 54-6. It's right up against the map. I definitely would say I've seen a few people build here. It's kind of hard to find at times, but it's right here by this waterfall, and you just keep going down. It's a little dark over here in the corner, but you just look for this cliff, and you should be all right. Um, yeah. So again, this honestly isn't too bad of a spot. I'd put probably a shanty out here, or a few at least. It's not massive inside, so I would do some breeding out here. You could put a few cliff flats, again with the shanties, maybe even a tower if you wanted. But it's not very big, so I definitely wouldn't put up a wall in here. I'd maybe, oh, it's kind of dark. Hold up. Yeah, but you could probably fit at least like 4 walls in here. You could breed a few little things for sure. Definitely no carks or gigas. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I'd throw up a few random tech turrets, heavies. But I'd mostly be focused out here on the whole defense mechanism. You could definitely sit in here and probably tech rifle people, fabby people. So it's not terrible. It's not too bad of a spot, but yeah. Yeah, these are the coordinates to this spot. Because, yeah. But, yeah. So this is the next location. It's pretty contested. I have seen a decent amount of people build here. I personally wouldn't build here because I don't think it's practical. So the, spot though is 6125. I wouldn't build here personally just because, there's plenty of places to soak from. I mean, you can soak right there, there, over there. It's just, I don't think it's practical. I mean, I would personally throw up a shanty, but again, it's not practical. I've seen some people throw a wall in here. I wouldn't waste it. There's not a whole lot of room. Probably 3 people could build in here. I'd use this as like a day 1 or day 2 spot just to get started, you know, for the night. But I would try and move out as soon as possible. It's really not practical. I have built in this spot multiple times. It's right on the floating island. It's at 40, 42, right along the edge here by the swamp. Yeah, I would say for this spot, you could definitely put some towers out here. I don't really think it'd be necessary, but for sure do shanties. Right here is the spot. I would definitely do a chandelier. You could definitely put up a wall around here. But I've built here a few times. I've just put cliff flats here. I think I did another floor, and then up here, you can put your beds. Oh, can I get up there? But yeah, up in this spot, you can put your beds, and you can put your generator up in here. It's nice and hidden. Definitely vault drop your generator. People don't do that, and I definitely think you should. So this is the next location. Um, it can be kind of hard to find, but it's right in the center of the floating island. around 38, 32. Once you find it a few times, it should be easier to find. But yeah, so you just kind of like look for, I don't know how to explain it really. It's difficult to find, I will say. But you just go up in here, if I can get up there. Do be careful with how you build this spot, as you can easily tech rifle it if you do it wrong. But I would definitely have some turrets on the outside again with the chandelier. I'm a chandelier freak, can we tell? But yeah, it's not a bad spot. It's definitely good for, you know, like a three-man maybe, maybe not. I don't know, it's a little tight. Um, put some turrets here, make sure, because you can get in there. I've never built here, so I can't really tell you for sure. But you could definitely have a wall right around here going around, and then I would put my generator probably back in that little cubby hole, and again, vault drop it. But yeah, it's not a bad spot. Just be careful with how you build it. Okay, no idea what's going on there. Um, so the next location I have also built in before. I feel like a decent amount of people built here. So it's in the little area where the water, like where the pond is. The pond's over there. You just come over here. You look for all these flowers. Ooh. It's around like 40, 30-ish, and you just keep flying up here. Um, and then you shouldn't miss it. It's really not hard to find, but it's an okay spot. I would definitely put, like, again, a wall here. You could do a few shandies and stuff. Just make sure that people can't really get on these here and soak, because I've seen people before. I actually raided this once. I've seen people have a wall here and then they'll put like a few turrets on this, but I was able to throw a stego here and stuff like that, and a cliff plat, no idea why. But I could throw a cliff plat over there, and I was able to soak just from that little area. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Depending on if your server has flyers on or off, you might be able to survive easier if you can't get a Quetzal up in here and soak. But yeah, so this is a little area. It's really not bad. This rat hole is a little difficult to find, I will admit. I struggled to find it here. So when you do finally get up here, it would be easier to see if you could. Yeah. Okay, so it's like right above the pond. It's at 40, 31. So if you just go to this side of the pond, like the opposite side of the little waterfall thing that they have there. Can I crouch? Okay. Yeah, so they have like a little waterfall thing over there. If you just go to the opposite side of it right here by these trees and fly straight up, you should find it. You just look for these mushrooms and stuff right here, and it's gonna be right in between the mushrooms right here. Then you're just gonna go up here and make your way. Okay. So the spot is, I struggle. Hold on. Let me see. Nope, it's right here. So it's in the mesh a little bit. You have to crouch, but it's, yeah, and then you just go up this right here, and then you have all of this. So you can definitely spam turrets, again with the shandy. You could actually probably cliff plot this entire thing and have hanging turrets all over. You can have some turrets over here. Do be careful though, because people might be able to mesh a little bit with the whole tech rifle and stuff like that, so I would be careful. But you could probably put some turrets around here. You could probably put one here without it being in the mesh. And then up here, I'd have a bunch of turrets just covering everything. But yeah, it's not too bad of a spot. It's good for maybe a duo. But you have this area over here. I don't think, yeah, you can't get over there. But this spot you can get up in, so you could have even more loot up in here. If you really wanted to, you could just leave that completely blank and have little like floating turrets here, and have this just be your base if you wanted to be hidden a little bit, because even this goes back a little bit, so you have a decent amount of room just using this. I'd probably put my, can I not? Okay. I'd probably put my generator back there, because it should power everything from there, and then it's really hard to get to because you have to get through your whole base before you get to it. So I'd say that's a pretty good spot to put a generator. And then to get out, you just crouch. Oh, hold on. Am I stupid? Hold up a minute. Where's the spot to get out? I know you can get out, I promise. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, that's why I put that there. So yeah, it is difficult to find the spot, if you're not very bright like me. But yeah, the spot's right here and you can just walk out like that. So I'll just show you. It's up against the wall again in the Redwoods. It's about 90-36. But yeah, so if you just come over here, you'll see all of this, and then you come to this side and you just fly straight up here. Some servers I've seen it more hidden than this, so I'm confused. But yeah, anyway, so you just fly up in here. Again, ceiling turrets, hanging turrets, whatever you want to call it. And you should be able to put a cliff pad here and build around this. Over here as well. Or you could just do this. Like what I did. But yeah. I don't know if I'd recommend being here for long. I think maybe again with the whole 1 or 2 days type thing, unless I mean you really go crazy with the hanging turrets, be my guess. 435 way up against the wall here, and it's also, oop, did not mean to do that. It's also against the ceiling. Right here is the border. Okay, well, what? I swear it was. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say. But yeah, so I've seen people build here before, and they just do a bunch of cliff plots and stuff, and then they do hanging turrets and stuff, and then like a wall. I mean, it's completely up to you how you want to do it. I would be careful though, because you could probably soak from over there. Um, sure, there's a few spots you could drop down, but I have seen people do it, and they were pretty fat here. And they lasted all wipe as far as I could tell, so I wouldn't say it's a terrible spot. I've also seen people build. There's a Maywing stuff. Wondering what that was. There was a kid that built somewhere in against this. Yeah, he built like in this right here. I've seen people build like here before. It's not terrible, I guess, but I still think that it's not a great idea as you still can soak it from places. But again, I mean, it's completely up to you. It's not a bad spot. It's definitely tucked in and out of the way. I don't really think I see many people scouting back here, but yeah. It's about 8733 again in the Redwoods. It's by all of these little mountain things. That's easy to explain. Yeah, so you just look for the things sticking down. It's kind of close to the edge by the cliff. But yeah, I've seen people just put cliff plots along here, kind of like Alpha Tree, like how people build Alpha Tree in Extinction. I've seen them build this like that. But yeah, I've seen people just put cliff plots all along this, and just put ceiling turrets, however you want to call it. But yeah, so that's completely up to you how you want to build this, but it definitely isn't a bad spot. Um, you could easily probably have 6 people here. There's enough room for breeding and stuff. You could do a few layers. You can even probably bump it down a little bit more. I'd be careful though with this right here. But yeah, it's not terrible. It's really not. If you build it right, you could probably survive. Again though, easily soak with Quetzal, but it's at 92.24. I wouldn't recommend staying in this spot for a while. It's right here along the cliff's edge, by the redwoods. There's also a bunch of metal up there that you can farm, so that's really nice. But I'd say again, this is probably only best for a day 1, maybe day 2 spot. You could probably fit 3 people in here easily. And yeah, you can have a few floors, but again, I don't think it's very practical to live in. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you would like to see how to build in some of these base locations in Ratholes, please make sure to comment down below, and I will like your comment, and then hopefully in a future video you will see these locations built in. If you would also like to see more videos like this, like where to find these Ratholes and more Ratholes and base locations that you can build in, comment down below and I will make sure to post more videos like that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe.